One of the big names at the Broadband World Forum this week has been ASSIA. And ASSIA have actually given us a new name. They've gone from SDN to SDAN, and we've been talking to CEO John Chaffee about when they announced this.
We announced that yesterday. It's essentially the extension of the virtualization that's ongoing in the telecommunications world, increasing software-defined functionality and the use of software to provision new services, to offer new concepts, innovation more quickly rather than having to replace hardware, update the software. One of the areas that had not been included previously was really the access link. Most software-defined capabilities were going into the core or the edge of the network for enterprise opportunities. We've extended it to the residential, broadband consumer, Internet of Things, if you will, right down to the physical layer. The capabilities, be them copper, fiber, or wireless like Wi-Fi, right out to the consumer device. To be able to define in software and to control in software the capabilities, the quality of service of the internet connections, be it video, be it backhaul of wireless, cellular, be it other types of applications, games. This allows you to differentiate product offerings more quickly for the consumer who's involved in broadband.
Now that's great, and I think you've also developed it so that it can be used for service providers who own their whole network or actually have to share a network.
Yes, well, the flexibility that's provided by being able to dynamically manage down to the very physical layer, the parameters, allows the quality of service to be improved on average throughout the network. Every individual connection is optimized as opposed to fixing defaults or you trying to use golden settings that work for the whole network. The software allows you to become more dynamic, more individualized, so both in time and for each customer. We can help them improve their service, and that means lower operating costs for them, higher potential revenues because the benefit can be used to increase speeds as well.
And how does the new SDAN offering link in with On Express? That's another exciting product that you've announced only in the last few days.
Right. We have been pressed really by our customer base, which is growing. We serve about 30 to 35 major carriers around the world with our DSL Express product to date. As fiber goes into the network, there's often either complete copper connection, a complete fiber connection, but increasingly some degree of fiber and some degree of copper. So the high-speed DSLs, be it G.fast up to a gigabit, or the vectored VDSL, or just VDSL itself, fiber to the node, fiber to the anything. This gives us a complete set of products, whether you have a lot of copper, a mix of fiber and copper, or all fiber, to be able to handle that fixed line access connection. So it completes our product suite, if you will. And we were really pressed very hard by some of our customers to have a product like this. There does not seem to be a similar capability in the marketplace as yet for handling everything like the new ASSIA product allows us to do.
When you're saying customers, you're talking about customers all over the world, because you guys are very international, aren't you?
We are. We serve about 90% of the U.S. telecom market, but we also have a big footprint in Latin America, a substantial footprint in both Europe and China, and starting to increase in the Asia-Pac region. So for a small company, it's a heavy burden for us, but it's also a big opportunity, and we do have a global footprint.
Okay, well, thanks for telling us all about SDAN and much more.
Okay, thank you very much, Brian. I appreciate always talking with you.